Oh, look at what's going on in the big picture. This is over the past 2 days, 48 hours. Nicole's not going to bother us. There's where it was 48 hours ago, exiting Haiti, moving over Cuba, moving into open waters, and it's really intensified now. It's moving within range of the radars. We're able to see it off the coast of Miami. It's going to bypass Miami. Certainly, they're going to get some tropical storm force winds and some heavy rain, but the big stuff is going to be well to the north of Miami along the Atlantic side of things. Here's a look at just the radar, or excuse me, just the cloud cover on the satellite picture, and you can see it again approaching the Grand Bahamas Island, the western tip of Grand Bahama Island, and again right on through there. Now we widen the picture out, show you what's going on, and we'll show you where this thing is going. There's where it is now. Here it is on the Hurricane Center's latest update. 125-mile-an-hour winds moving to the northwest at 12 miles an hour. It did have 140-mile-an-hour winds a little earlier in the day, so it really popped on up. And you'll also note a little bit of a wobble this afternoon to the right, and now it's moving up, so that could have bigger effects as it comes closer to the coastline. So instead of doing like that, it could go be a little bit farther off. So we'll watch what goes on with it. Here's the track by 2 o'clock in the morning. It's due east of Fort Pierce at 130-mile-an-hour winds. There's where it is, 130-mile-an-hour winds, 2 o'clock in the morning, or excuse me, 8 o'clock in the morning. Toward Cape Canaveral, but again, Orlando's on the good side of the storm. They're on the west side of the storm. Yeah, they'll get some tropical storm force winds and some heavy rainfall, but the big stuff is right along the eye of the storm and to the east of the eye. There's where things are by Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, 125-mile-an-hour winds. It's moved from Cape Canaveral past Daytona Beach and on northward, heading on its way toward Jacksonville. So that's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's see how far it moves by 2 o'clock in the morning. Only 12 hours. Here's how much real estate it covers. Not that much. It's moving kind of slow at that point. 110-mile-an-hour winds on off the coast of Brunswick, Georgia. Moves even more slowly over 12 hours by 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday with 90-mile-an-hour winds. So it's weakened a bit, but likely dumping huge amounts of rainfall into Savannah all the way on up to Charleston. And then it loops on around and moves on out to sea and just kind of falls apart as a tropical storm by that point. There's where it is by Tuesday. Again, there's a great deal of uncertainty about what it's going to do once it gets into here, but nonetheless, it looks like it should weaken and stay well to the south of our area. Here's another forecast model that's a little bit more ominous. It's got it over land at Fort Pierce. Remember, the other one had it offshore of Fort Pierce and then moves it ashore right on through here. This one really is right along the coastline over Cocoa Beach, inland of Cape Canaveral. Cape Canaveral gets raked over the coals, and then it does tend to slow it down, like the Hurricane Center projections, but it's got it north of Orlando by that point and west of Daytona Beach. So Daytona Beach could really get socked with that with this forecast model. We'll have to see whether this comes true or not. Jacksonville, over the top of Jacksonville, over the top of Brunswick, Georgia, or just southwest of Brunswick, Georgia, and over the top of Savannah, Georgia, and then moving through by 12:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, and then by Saturday during the latter part of the afternoon, it's over Charleston, but then it moves on out to sea thereafter and start to ease off things. But again, huge amounts of rainfall into this part of the world. There's where it is by Sunday. We get some rainfall out of it, some wind, but not that awfully bad. And you can see where the heaviest rainfall is likely to be into South Carolina, southeastern, southern North Carolina, and right along the shoreline for Florida. And we could get some rainfall into our part of the world. We take a look at what's going on in terms of how much rainfall we get. We'll start at the beginning and take you all the way on into Sunday. Here's what things are today, and then all the way on into Sunday, show you how much rain we get. I think these amounts are too heavy, 3-4 inches into the Hampton Roads area. I think we can see 2-3 inches of rain, and then that's way too heavy, 6-8 inches. I think it'll be 3-4-5 inches of rainfall into eastern North Carolina, so I think that's a little bit heavy-handed. Here's what's going on in terms of the forecast. 7 o'clock this evening. It is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Temperatures remain into the 70s, even upper 70s for Friday. A stray shower or two, nothing too terribly big. Move on into Saturday morning. Now we start seeing some rain by the middle of the afternoon. Some tropical air, a little bit of tropical air. A lot of rainfall coming up overnight. We'll also see some of that wind. That's where things are 7 o'clock on Sunday morning. The rainfall, though, is coming to an end by 3 in the afternoon as it pushes on out to sea. How much wind do we get? As we are Friday evening at 7. Not that much wind. We go on from there, we go on into Saturday, show you what's going on. Saturday morning at 7, 10 to 11 mile an hour winds, nothing real big. Now we start getting those rain bands, and with those rain bands on Saturday afternoon and evening, we start seeing stronger winds, steady winds around 20, 25 miles an hour, and some steady winds 20 to 30 to 35 miles an hour, a little bit more into parts of North Carolina as we are by Sunday at the noon hour, and the winds will start tapering on down from there. So Friday's weather relatively quiet, tides a little lower, scattered light rain showers, breezy but not windy. How about Saturday? Well, Saturday we're looking at tides mostly below nuisance levels, so tides will back off. Some outer rain bands, though, move on in, especially to North Carolina and the south side. Occasional downpours, and we can see the wind pick up in some of those rain bands during the afternoon hours. Saturday night, that's the time to fish or cut bait. Tides increase 2 a.m., a.m. and p.m. Bands of heavy rain for south side of North Carolina, and northeast winds become more northerly, and they'll gust about 45 miles an hour along the ocean front and into eastern North Carolina. And in the morning will tend to be more active on Sunday as everything gradually tapers on off, but the tides remain up for the day on Sunday. There'll be minor tidal flooding now. Tomorrow looks quiet, stray shower. Saturday afternoon we'll start to see some of that rain move in. The wind will move in on Saturday night into Sunday morning, and the rain should move out by Sunday afternoon. And again, we're only getting a piece of this thing, but not that big a piece either. Big stuff is on down toward Florida.